All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with me, talking a little bit about Bluegrass, Owensboro, the upcoming fiddle competition. So one of the first things we wanted to talk about is that Owensboro, Kentucky is home to the world's only Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum. So what are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think, that makes Owensboro unique. Bluegrass is uniquely Kentucky. It gets its name from Kentucky, the Bluegrass state. Bill Monroe, the father of Bluegrass music, is from right here in this area. So I often tell people that we're not located in Owensboro just for convenience. We're here because this is where Bluegrass is from. And so it's authentic. And so it's just fun to be able to live that out here in this community and host people from all around the country, really from around the world.
Absolutely. Is there anything new that you all are working on? You would
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got a lot of long range things that we're working on, but then we're also bringing live music back because we're a lot of things. We're a cultural center, education center. We do a lot of things. We're a full-fledged museum, but live music energizes everything we do. You might notice in the background, I'm in our production area where we do a lot of live stream, done some PBS television, but there's a backdrop for something called the Nashville Songwriter, which is a monthly songwriter series. And that's coming up next week on the 18th. It's a third Thursday of each month. And it's great because not just songwriters, but it's Nashville songwriters from the Bluebird Cafe. So, if you want to make it as a songwriter, you move to Nashville, and the heart and soul of the songwriting community is at the Bluebird Cafe. So we host those writers. Also, we publish, if I can hold this, we publish a monthly magazine called Bluegrass Unlimited. This is our March issue. So we're touching this work almost every day because we have subscribers in all 50 states and 17 countries, and it's published right here in Owensboro. It's really the most important voice, print, digital publication in bluegrass music. So we've certainly been busy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you can subscribe to that right from your website?
Sure can. You can go to bluegrasshall.org and subscribe to Bluegrass Unlimited. And then there's a link to a website called bluegrassunlimited.com. So you could also go directly there to subscribe to the magazine. And when you get the print publication, you automatically have access to a digital version of this as well. Okay,
nice. All right. Is there something in the future that you'd like to talk about? Big things coming up?
Well, you mentioned the official Kentucky State Fiddle Championship. So that's an event that has a long history here in Western Kentucky, and now we've acquired that and glad to be the host of that. And it's really, it's the official state title in fiddle, flat pick guitar, mandolin, bluegrass banjo, and clogging. So it's a great event to bring a lot of musicians together. A lot of teachers like to rally their students to get involved. So it's just a great opportunity to bring music and the music community here to Owensboro. And that's March the 20th. Begins at 10 a.m. That's really an all-day event. I suspect there'll be a lot of musicians in this building that day, so a lot of informal jamming as well as the competition. And the night before, on March 19th, we have Rhonda Vincent playing a concert, 2 shows, 5 and 8:30. You can learn more about that on our website too at bluegrasshall.org. It's almost sold out. So, she's the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry and a Grammy Award winner. So one of the biggest names in bluegrass music. So it'll be fun to host her that weekend that we do the Kentucky State Fiddle Championship.
Definitely. And we're really going to, now that we're the home of this event, we're going to make this a annual weekend for us, something Bluegrass Weekend, I believe.
Yeah, this will be an annual event, and I suspect it will really grow. We've already had folks sign up to compete from, I think, 8 different states, and those are just folks who are participating. And we've had so many calls and inquiries for folks who want to be here just to be part of that event. So I suspect that will grow into a destination weekend for bluegrass music here in Owensboro.
Yes, well, we're excited to have live music back. Definitely. On that note, what is your favorite song and why?
What is my favorite song? Well, that's a pretty easy one actually for me because, I play a little bit of mandolin. This was Bill Monroe's instrument of choice. And so The good thing about Bill Monroe is he was such an innovative guy. He was a very prolific songwriter too. And so, like many songwriters, he wrote songs about things that he knew about. So he wrote a lot about Kentucky and about Western Kentucky and his home place here. So probably my favorite song is Blue Moon of Kentucky. It's one that next to Happy Birthday and You Are My Sunshine, you'd be hard pressed to sing Kentucky and people not sing along with you. So I think that's something to celebrate. You want to hear a little bit of it, Hannah?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll play and you sing. How does that sound?
I don't know about that one.
Well, just sing along with me in your head. It goes like this. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and proved untrue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. There's a great story about that song, Hannah. You know, when Bill Monroe was in his prime, a young kid from Memphis, Tennessee, came along named Elvis Presley, and on his first Sun record, of course, the A side, the big hit was "That's All Right, Mama," but the B side was Bill Monroe's "Blue Moon of Kentucky." Of course, he did it rock style. But after he did that, Bill Monroe, I guess he decided he was going to have the last word on that song, so he went in and re-recorded the song with an up-tempo component. It sounded more like Blue Moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on that's gone through untrue. Blue Moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on that's gone left me blue. So I think he was doing his own little version of that. But I think he always appreciated what Elvis Presley did, especially when he went to the mailbox to pick up the royalty checks.
So now Owensboro is kind of putting a stake in the ground as the bluegrass music capital of the world. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think to me it makes all the sense in the world because, you know, this is really the epicenter of bluegrass music. We're the only cultural center on planet Earth dedicated solely to bluegrass music, telling the story of bluegrass, not only its past, but its present and its future. So it is a great destination. There's so much to do in Owensboro. And when folks come here, of course, they can spend practically a day here. And then if there's a concert, there are things to do that evening. Hotels nearby within walking distance, and restaurants. We've got Green River Distilling that's on the Bourbon Trail, Bill Monroe's home place, and the Bill Monroe Museum just a stone throw away. So I think we're building quite a destination for folks who love bluegrass music and for folks who just want to learn more about this unique American roots music that its heritage lives right here in Owensboro in Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, you all are certainly helping us grow that name. So on that note, you know, we've talked about bluegrass, barbecue, bourbon being kind of Owensboro's thing. So what, in your words, would be a perfect day in Owensboro? What would a trip like that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I can tell you about that. There's a gentleman that I just spoke to yesterday who's coming from Columbus, Ohio next week. So he's going to come in on Thursday. He's going to have lunch at Moonlight Barbecue, and he's going to stay downtown at the Hampton Inn. And then he's going to come to our songwriter series on Thursday night. So he's checking some boxes with barbecue and bluegrass and the songwriter series. Then the next day, he's going to do a deep dive here at the Hall of Fame because he's a player and loves bluegrass music. He's also going to go down and visit the folks at Green River Distilling. He's going to have lunch somewhere here in Owensboro, and he may slip down to Rosine to see the Bill Monroe home place. So he's looking forward to it. And it was fun to kind of walk him through that. It's his first time in Owensboro since the new Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum opened. So there's a lot to check out. In fact, visit Owensboro on their website. There's a lot of information there to help plan your visit. And we try to supplement and complement that too on our website at bluegrasshall.org. So check it out. We're open for business, and if you come, bring your picks and be ready to play and sing a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of that, why don't I just play us out, Hannah? How does that sound?
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit, and you just sign off when you're ready. How's that sound?
Sounds good.